to have a really believable and visceral
So
level
wait,
of
he's
detail
actually
and
moving around inside the game right now?
as you can see here. So, Roman, why don't we focus on the
His
ground
name
here
is
for a bit?
Roman. Look, from one Roman to another.
Now look at that. That's an amazing amount of detail. It would have been nearly
Graphics.
impossible to get something this complex to run in real time without the new features in 5.4. So, Kim, let's talk about some of the levels of detail that we're seeing here.
Sure. So we're talking about Nanite's new adaptive tessellation feature. So whilst Nanite lets you create environments like you're seeing here of incredible detail, the memory requirements can become impractical to realize for such a level of complexity across a huge level without the need for lots of instancing. And we thought that was a challenge and we wanted to deal with it.
So, Colin, let's actually strip this scene right down to the dirt so folks can see what we're talking about.
So,
Wow, they can
see how
just take
simple
that
this is?
away?
Relatively simple ground plane. Actually, let's show the triangle so you can actually see what's there. Just a few hundred triangles. Let's pop it back to the beauty render view. But with this new dynamic tessellation capability, we can actually displace that simple geometry and create new three-dimensional geometry of the quality that you're used to with Nanite. With nothing more than layering tile textures and using shader logic, you can make incredibly complex effects. So instead of me trying to explain it, let's get Colin to show the magic, and let's see a transformation of this face. This technique allows you to see an unprecedented level of geometric detail, but it's also memory efficient and can be changed dynamically in the runtime of your game. So things like footprints or tire tracks or even supernatural effects, if you would want them, can be visualized. And just to show how this simple geometry has now been transformed, let's have a look at the triangle view again. There you go. What you expect from Nanite.
Wow, it changed
so
it.
It's a really, really smart,
Put a
interesting
whole
technique
lot
to
more
actually
polygons.
get detail into the games without crazy, crazy amounts of geometry.
Let's switch it back to the detail view. Thank you.
That's
And of
incredible.
course, as you can imagine, this technology isn't just useful for the ground and for the ground terrain. It applies to every detail in the environment. So let's fly over to that pile of objects on the left over there, for example. And Colin, while we do, can you kill those headlights for me?
Cool.
Thank you. Okay, so imagine our challenge. We're trying to authentically recreate a harsh winter in occupied Paris. That means every prop, every object, every detail, every rooftop needs to be realistically blanketed in
This is
snow.
incredible.
So now let's show how we can dial up the snow accumulation on these objects, right? And of course, we can dial it back as desired.
Wow.
It's making me feel chilly, actually.
What
Yeah, actually, it's a
the
little cold
heck?
up here.
Or maybe it's just nerves.
And remember, of course, like Kim said, thanks to this technology,
It's gonna be
this
the
is
best
all
Marvel game
actual
ever.
Geometry. So you can see how tools like these would really empower even a small team. To
I know
art
graphics
direct and
aren't
set
everything,
dress their
but I don't know why you'd put all
environments
this into the
dynamically.
game
It enables
if
our
you were
artists to
planning
create
on
a series of layers
making
in the
a
environment and then
good
build up
story
the
and all that
complexity
too.
layer by layer by layer. Now, speaking of set dressing, let's go check out that fire barrel over by the watchtower we saw
Plus, I
earlier.
feel like Marvel's in
Yeah,
a
that's
in
the
a
one
space
there.
now where
And let's
they've
turn on the
realized
light
that they
to
need
really
to
illuminate
focus
the
on
smoke
quality
coming out of
instead
the
of
barrel.
quantity.
Thank you. Look at that. That's amazing. We could have never achieved effects this realistic in the past.
So this is what we call heterogeneous volumes. In the past, effects like these would be done with particle sprites, but that's kind of a cheat that often breaks down and can look flat.
Extreme flavors? Don't.
Was that Matt Cardona?
It's nice from afar, but far from nice, as we say back in the UK.
This is insane, isn't it, Goki?
So if we look at the glow of the fire as it dynamically illuminates the volumetric smoke, you can
This might
see
be a
that
must.
light transmitting
This might be a
through the
must. I have to
volume.
see what the
You can
gameplay looks
also
like and
see
such,
that the
but
smoke itself
wow.
is casting shadows onto the world, but also itself. These volumetrics can also mix with more traditional effects as well. So if you do want to put particles in there, fog, or even cards, you can do it. It all works in a unified way. You can run the simulation, the smoke simulation, in Unreal Engine natively if you want, or you can import OpenVDB datasets as sparse volume textures, resulting in film quality visual effects, volumetric visual effects, all running in real time that are totally responsive to dynamic lighting.
Yeah, and it just looks incredible. Now, of course, all of this is just to help us tell our story, right? And the story
Heck yeah.
is nothing without great characters. So let's head back over to the bridge and catch up with Cap. Now, an essential part of any character's persona, particularly a Marvel hero, is their look. And it can be really distracting if the outfit doesn't look as realistic and believable as the rest of the world. So you can see Cap's leather
Wow,
uniform
look
fits
at the
just like
leather,
you'd
it's actually
expect in real
moving.
life, with all the correct material properties and the complexity of creases forming as he moves.
From a technical perspective, this is where we can effectively utilize machine learning. We can set up and run complex simulations in a package like Houdini and import that data into UE.
Houdini.
We then use this to train an ML model, producing film quality deformations that run in real time.
Graphics.
None of this matters without great facial performances. So let's bring Azuri, T'Challa's grandfather, and our Black Panther. into
T'Challa's
this scene,
grandfather
this
is
time
the
with
Black
his
Panther
mask
in this
off.
game.
But I know who you are, Captain. America's hero, dancing around in red, white, and blue underwear.
Nice
That
outfit.
shield that you hide behind does not belong to you. You are unworthy of it.
All right, and as he pauses here, Roman, why don't you go in really close and really show everybody the detail that we have in these models.
Some great
it's insane,
facial
right?
expressions.
Like,
Look at this.
It's essential for us
Yeah,
to
this
retain
is a game.
every nuance of the outstanding performance that our actor, Kari Payton, brought to Azuri's character. What you just saw there were untouched metahuman animator solves. So working with the metahuman process, we've been able to honor our amazing actors' performances and faithfully transform them into equally powerful digital performances. Now, of course, it all starts with the actor's talent, and we're fortunate to have two of our cast with us in the audience today. So I'd like to introduce Drew Moorline, who plays Captain America.
Yay! Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Let's stand up. He's like, let's stand up. It's good.
Yay!
That is unreal. Let's see what you
And
did.
Kari Payton, our Black Panther. See, they hug. They're friends. They're not really fighting. It's all
They're
good.
not really fighting.
And of course, I want to take this opportunity to thank them and the rest of our wonderful cast for going on this incredibly crazy journey with us. And now, as a special treat, let's take a look at the entire bridge scene that you saw earlier. But this time, we'll keep Azuri's mask off to really showcase what we can do when all this incredible talent and all these amazing features come together. But remember, this is running entirely in real time.
Awesome.
Entirely in real time. None of this is pre-rendered.
That's far enough! I'm here on the business of the United States government.
Yours is not the only business here. Stay out of my way.
Stand aside!
I do not take orders from anyone. Turn around, boy. Go home.
Turn
Look,
around.
pal, I don't know
Dang.
who you are.
But I know who you are, Captain. America's hero, dancing around in red, white, and blue underwear.
Says the man dressed like an overgrown house cat.
That shield that you hide behind does not belong to you. You are unworthy of it.
I don't have time for this.
Oh.
Neither do I.
Incredible. Incredible.
All-in
He's like,
engine,
yeah, I'm
and
the
just to
best.
show there's no
He's
cheating
cheering
going
for
on.
himself.
Hey, Colin, can you show the editor and the sequencer timeline? So it really is running on Unreal Engine.
We don't cheat. Yeah.
So, absolutely incredible. I've never seen performances in a video game that are so believable. The storytelling, the action,
Rise
I
of
can't wait.
Hydra.
It's going to be so good to play. Anyway, Amy,
So
Colin,
this is just a trailer by itself here. I want to see the trailer.
The United States Postal Service, built for how you business.
Do you know if you
Gotta
have
check it
milk?
to see. I know you guys probably already saw it, but I missed it.
It doesn't matter.
I gotta check it. Oh, there's more to it.
They're combing the streets, searching house to house.
Wow.
If they arrest you two, they will take you to their headquarters, and you will not return.
So that's
I'm
how
more
he got that
concerned
scratch.
With a 6-foot cat man who's got claws that can cut through vibranium alloy. By my count, that makes 2 super
Ah,
soldiers
see
loose
him with the
in
mask
Paris.
on now.
3, counting you.
And that's 2 too many.
I'll Be there before the sun rises. Before the Germans, before that American.
The Eye of Force has been found.
Please, just stick to the rooftops. Be careful, stand wasami.
When am I not?
It's better if I tackle this one alone.
You may encounter some obstacles.
That won't be a problem.
Our cat friend is definitely here too. By the look of things, he's not very far ahead.
The American boy is right on your heels.
Who the hell are you?
If you wanted us dead, we'd be dead. So what do you want?
Answers.
That's far enough!
Stay out
This
of
is
my
so
way!
epic, man.
Stand aside!
I do not take orders from anyone!
I don't have time for this.
Neither do I.
It looks cooler without the mask on that scene. Rise of Hydra, right? Yeah, that's the name of it. Did they say what it's coming to? Did they say what it's coming to? It's probably PS4 or PS5 and Xbox.
Nickelodeon.
Dang, man. Because I missed the part where they were talking about it at the beginning. Did they say what it's coming to? Let me see. I like that voice acting. That was good. I don't know. It's got to come to PS5, right? They wouldn't be so weird to make it an exclusive. You guys think?